Hello, I'm Alexandre. I'm one of the co-founder of embodme. We're a French company. We specialize in expressive instruments, and we created this new controller, a MIDI controller called Erae. So it's this super versatile instrument that you can configure and create the interface completely from scratch. So as you can see, it's this large surface that's very sensitive. And the way it works, you actually have a software that's called Erae Lab. And that's how you create all your elements. You can see here, I have the layout here on the computer, and I can actually upload it directly to the surface. And I can, that's how I create my interface. Here I put some a fader element. I can control an FX, for example. The volume, I can add some grid elements. And once you've created your interface, then you're all set because the instrument is completely standalone. Really the software is for the configuration, but then you can work with Ableton or any workstation, any MIDI program, and works really without the computer on the desk, but really works completely from the surface here. So here I created an example of one layout that would have MP capacity, so MIDI polyphonic expression. As you can see here, I have so that's the note, the bass note, and as I slide, I can actually change the rate of the LFO and the fader. And it's polyphonic, so I can actually do that on 2 notes at the same time, up to 10 notes at the same time. And it's really made to be expressive, so I can really slide and glide. Let me remove this here, I put the effects, so I can hear more the sound here. You can see I can really glide and slide. And it's really made for, it's really great for sound design and pad and very rich sound. So it's again, it's a MIDI controller, but it's also a looper. So we integrated like a built-in MIDI looper where I can actually record myself. Here you can see that's the little screen we added that has all the settings. And that you can show the looper, and I can actually record myself. So just a quick example, but what's really great is that it's multi-track. So you can see there's 8 buttons here, and I can actually jump between different scenes. Here on layout 2, I just put a drum rack on Ableton. And one thing to note, actually, since I'm on the drum, is actually I can actually use drumstick on the surface. It's very resistant. You can actually change the layer on top. You can remove the screw at the bottom and just edit and change to add like a pad on top, and that's it. And you can see it's very like really designed for a really large range of sensitivity. It's really feels like I'm almost playing like a real drum right now. One more thing is that it's very versatile, very modular in a way that you can really have fun and create the interface. But it's also modular with modular synthesizer. There's here you see 12 outputs. They are actually analog CV gate outputs, where you can connect up to 24 outputs for modular controllers. And again, the way it works is that you create everything there. Like any element on my menu here on my layout can be set to control any voltage output here. So I can do it from the computer, but I can also do it and map every element from the surface directly here. So for instance, just an example, if I want to assign the pressure here. As you can see, it's very sensitive. Like you see the ring here is proportional to the pressure I apply. And I say, oh, okay, I want the pressure of my finger to go out on voltage on this channel here. And I can just do this quickly here on the menu and really go quickly on the fly, change and edit settings. So it's really made to be standalone. It can control, there's also MIDI outputs, and you can actually control, a synthesizer. Here we brought the Norand mono that we also distribute and we sell. And you can imagine having a big live setup like this, where you can use the MIDI output and connect to your different gear. There's actually 2 outputs and 1 input. The CV input can also be used as a trigger. So you can even use a drum trigger, like any electronic drum kit can be connected, and it can be used as an extender. So a very versatile tool, very expressive tool that's super modular and can be used in many configurations, from studio setup for music composer who wants to create like very rich sound and avoid using the mouse to create the automation. But also for live, as you can see, it's a very bright instrument. You can change all the color, edit all the settings, and really make it like very visual and a very visual live experience. So we have many artists, like in France, of course, Jean-Michel Jarre use it. Other artists, even in pop, like Coldplay, and more recently, artists like Linkin Park have been using it on stage. Actually, so Johan, the DJ musician, actually use it with even DJ controller, and on the side, he use it to control, FX and send samples. So, millions of ways to use it, and that's how we really thought and imagined this instrument is to be really customized the way you like and the way you need in your studio. I can finish with a cool demo with the Swarm plugin that are those realistic instrument. Here I will play brass and string. Okay, okay. I'm not a cello player at all, but I feel really I got this expressivity under my fingertip. And you see this grid can be arranged in a weird way, but really it's like any grid controller, like the Ableton Push or the Novation pad. It's can be arranged like this, where it's called isomorphic. You just put the color where the notes of your scale are. And of course, you can actually edit the scale directly here. If I want to play an Arabic scale, I just switch it here and it changes all the layout. And everything can be again customized, so in any and tuned even for microtonal player. So it's very for any musician of any kind. It's really a cool tool.